Wasalna l-darba oħra hawnhekk, jiena bit-bissim akbar mis-soltu għax illum għal-darba oħra ħanlaqgħakom ma' xi ħadd isajjar minn nazzjonalità partikolari, parti li naf li qed nintoġob ħafna, u llum għall-qalb mod speċjali għaliex magħna hawn persuna li nafal ħafna snin, konna naħdmu flimkien, allura jkolli ċertu konfidenza biex ngħidlek. Qed tifhem xi affarijiet diġà, Marta u Nick Gatkolejro. Kif intom?
Well, very well, actually.
Tajjeb, issa.
Tajjeb,
Grazzi tal-istedina.
Għandi pjaċir li waslet il-ġurnata fil-fatt. Marta understands a bit of Maltese.
Tajtu.
Mela.
Mux hekk.
I honestly think she understands everything, but she doesn't tell us so as not to make us, you know, like that we can talk and think that she's not understanding us.
Vice versa.
Or vice versa as well.
Luck.
You understand Polish, right?
Ħafna.
Marta's from Poland. So, first of all, you're going to cook.
I'm going to cook.
The cooking has become secondary in this part. But anyway, you're going to be cooking and you're going to be doing?
Dumplings, Polish dumplings. Polish traditional dumplings.
Better known as?
Pierogi. The Polish name for the dumplings are pierogi.
Okay. Do you think you'll finish them from now till...
I really hope so.
I really hope so. Because I want to taste them. So, tell us a bit about how you came to Malta and how you met.
Well, it's been a long time since I've been here. It's been 10 years, in March actually.
Since we moved back.
Since we moved back to Malta,
live
exactly.
in Poland.
Okay, you actually worked in Poland.
I worked and lived in Poland for almost 4 years.
Okay.
And now we've been back for 10 years.
Yes, so.
Okay. And you met there or here?
No, we met in Poland. Nick came to visit his friend and we met over there, and that's it. And the rest is history, as we say.
My friend was actually teaching her English.
Okay, and then you helped teach her a bit more English, basically. You got into the picture.
I got more fluent, let's put it that way.
How was it living in Poland, Nick?
Very different. The climate is different, the culture is different, the winters are very different.
Very cold.
Imagine you have 3 months of winter, day and night below zero for 3 whole months. It can be, until you get used to it, it can be very depressing.
But let's say, I mean, that was 10 years ago. The climate has changed so much that winters in Poland are nothing to how they were, you know, 10 or 20 years ago. You're lucky if you get snow these days.
It's
really unbelievable sometimes. So you have a winter with, it might snow for a whole day and the next day it melts, all of it.
I never knew anyone Polish before I met Marta. But since I met her, I started appreciating, loving Polish people. Because Marta is always smiling. This is Marta. This is Marta. You always see her smiling, with a smile, always optimistic. And I think it comes a bit with the culture as well. I'm not saying all Polish people are like you.
Not all Polish, obviously, but I mean, I find us as Polish and Maltese, actually, I find us quite similar as a nations, you know. I mean, we are very welcoming, we are friendly. So as he said, that there are differences, I find a lot of similarities at the same time, actually. So, and we have the same values, family, you know, the religion is the same. So I think from this aspect, I find Maltese and Polish people quite...
And I think you came from a very basic background as a country.
Yes,
you suffered a lot,
exactly,
so
definitely.
It's made you appreciate everything more.
Yes, definitely, yeah, definitely. Our history, you know, it was quite tough for Malta and for Poland, actually.
Both countries were invaded numerous times, you know, so we have quite a similar history from that aspect.
No, I find Polish and Maltese people very, very similar. Sharing the same values makes a huge difference.
Should I point out that you should start? Or?
Yes, I should actually
start. You should start, especially if you need to boil water. And then now when we come back, we will talk. Exactly. I have various guests, as I always do, but then when I come back, we will start talking about the recipe as well. And we have some photos to show.
Exactly.
Naqrek, norru għaxħaġa da. U mbatt, tira dak aktar tard. Waqfa. Ħana raw ftit, inti supervisor, Nick.
Ma tantx, għax diġà għamilt il-patata.
Iktar kmin jatlu ħatejna, għalli, ġa għaxċart il-patata.
Id-dar l-iktar li nsajjar jien, ġifieri.
Is this true? He cooks mostly at home?
Tell
Well-
her what I made on the weekend.
Yes, he did some, what was it called?
Greek
Greek moussaka. It was really nice.
So you fried the aubergine?
Yes,
and
yes, he
Nice,
did it, he did it.
I haven't got a Greek chef yet, so you are. So I'm trying to find nationality.
You
So you see, so
play the
we
Greek.
found out how you met.
Yes.
We found out how long you've been in Malta.
Yes.
And now it's time to talk a bit about the recipe.
About the
because we're
recipe.
talking about dumplings.
Dumplings.
The reason for doing dumplings, is it because originally it was such a cold country that you needed more stodgy food and carbs?
You are asking two difficult questions. I don't know. Probably. We
They
love
are-
meat,
They
you
are
know?
very common in Eastern Europe. They do them in different ways,
Yes.
but these are very common in Eastern Europe, in different countries.
But apart from that, as you are saying, probably it comes from the fact that winters were used to be very, very
And
cold.
it's also economic, no?
And it's economic, you know, it's quite,
Because you have the dough, which
the
you
dough,
made
which
with-
is just flour and hot water, nothing
That's
else.
it.
Nothing
You didn't
else.
add anything else to
Nothing
it.
else. I mean, there are different recipes, but I am following the recipe my nonna taught me.
Okay.
So she used to only use flour and hot water, and then just work the dough. Many of relatives here actually compare the Polish dumplings to Maltese ravioli, exactly, because the pastry is quite actually similar. It's, I would say, it's slightly thinner, the Polish version.
But you have to
Yes, yes.
squeeze it
Yes,
out to
yes,
make it
exactly,
thinner,
that's
roll it out
it.
to make it thinner.
And
what
obviously-
are they going to be filled up with?
You can use obviously different ingredients to fill them with. In summer or in spring, I make them with strawberries, for example. My nonna used to make them with blueberries, so it's
So they're
also
dessert.
sweet, exactly as a dessert. To what I am making today, they are called, if you would translate them, directly from Polish, they would be Russian dumplings. Because the filling actually is ricotta. I am using ricotta because obviously I don't find the cheese, the cottage cheese that I would find in Poland, but it's very, very similar taste-wise and texture-wise as well. So what I am going to fill them with, ricotta. I'm boiling some potatoes and I'm going to mash them.
Those are what, Nick?
Exactly. These are
Important
the
to
ones.
say that they
Exactly.
peel. They peel them.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to mix ricotta with boiled potatoes, mashed
Okay.
boiled potatoes, some onion and some salt and pepper, and that's it basically.
And you don't
the
serve
filling.
them with anything? They just...
What you can do is what we usually do, or even if you go to a Polish traditional restaurant in Poland, they would probably serve you with some fried onion or maybe some bacon with onion on top, or some.
But no sauce, no tomato sauce.
No. Funnily enough, that was, I remember Nick's mom when I made them for the very first time.
Traditionally,
The first thing she told me, so there is no sauce with this.
Because we always
No.
Something very important, you can have different fillings and not only savory, you can have a sweet filling such as strawberries
That's what I
inside.
just said,
Cool,
exactly.
yeah.
I
With-
said
with
strawberry,
fresh
there's
cream,
I don't
which
know
I
whether we
love.
showed the recipe, but anyway, we're going to come back soon and we will have time to show the recipe. We have more things, we have photos to show you as well. So, ħammorru għal-waqfa, Iva, konferma, ħammorru għal-waqfa, u mbagħad nkomplu minn ftit ieħor. Hello, lady and gent. Jena, ġejja ħdejkom raġajt.
Aħjar, no?
Xi tfisser ġejja ħdejkom raġajt?
I don't know.
Uwejja.
Wejja.
It's something that you came, I don't know.
You see? You know it.
Coming near you again.
I'm coming back. Let me do this quickly, Alice. You have any pets now, eh?
Oh, we have.
What do you have?
We have our rabbit, our Snowy.
Okay, because I'm inviting people to send in their photo of their pet, of their dog, of their cat. In fact, so you did the pastry, which was just flour and water.
That's right.
And now you're going to do the stuffing as well.
Exactly. Stuffing is the boiled potatoes mixed with ricotta and some onion and salt and pepper. And I am going to slowly start.
Okay. In normal life, you would actually leave it get cold, I assume.
Not necessarily, to be honest
No?
with you, because I still need to boil them. I
Okay.
still need to put them in hot water, so it doesn't really make
All right,
doesn't
what
make
am
a
I
difference, to be honest with you,
Okay.
whether it would. Yes, potatoes ideally would be a bit cooler, but I mean it's not a big
It's
deal.
not a big deal.
No, no, no.
Okay. Sometimes your daughter, Natalia, helps, you know?
Yes, she does actually, and she, for me, it's. I make it a point that she helps me do them with.
We have photos.
Yes, actually.
It's a generation.
Yes, I used to.
generation
I
thing,
used
you
to
know.
make them with my nana.
Okay.
My mother, unfortunately, never learned how to make them, even though she wouldn't even attempt.
This is Natalia.
This is Natalia, yes. We did those, if I remember right, in spring, and we filled 100 of them.
Okay.
We did 100, and what I usually do, I do them in batches, and then I just freeze them. You know, I fill them in and freeze them,
And then-
and then whenever we feel like we can have some.
Tant fihom xogħol li aħjar tagħmel ħafna
Inti tgħinxi
f'salt.
naqra għawnek
F'daw-
supervisor
f'daw ma
literalment.
tantx.
Għawnek literalment tinħossok
Mela,
supervisor.
f'dawn ma tantx, dawn ma nissigurax.
Imma tagħmel ħaġa ħarra pollakka, xi riċetta ħarra pollakka.
Le, ta'
Not
nħalli
as
fidejja.
such.
Fejn jidħol
Okay.
li kell pollak, nagħmel ħafna affarijiet ma għalli kell
L-ikel
pollak
Pollak.
nħalli fidejja.
And what else do you, like tradition? Okay, this is
I mean, he loves our
Potato pancake
potato
with a
pancake
stew on
with
top.
with a stew. In fact, it was an option for today, although it's not really Polish. I mean, if you go down south to the mountains region, like yes, in places like that, you would find probably potato pancake with some stew and egg. But I mean, we do many things in.
But you mentioned before the culture is different, and then Marta said that there is something which is very. What do you find that's different? Because this is what intrigues me. I have started to appreciate different cultures. I have started to appreciate that when a person. I think Marta made me appreciate that. Mela, we used to work together for 4 years, so basically we've spent so much time every day together. The stupid things we did, we can fill up I don't know how many programs and jumping and singing and everything. I mean, while we're at work, obviously that is the fun part.
Obviously.
This is when I had the shop, and we had we had crazy
We had
days.
fun times.
But throughout those days, I used to feel how Marta used to long for home, used to
Yes.
long for her mother. So I used to feel this need when you talk. I mean, for me, if I need to go, and my mom now passed away in the meantime, but it was so easy, Ma, ġeja sandek, intem edha, Ma, I feel like some rice, għamilli naqra. It was the easiest thing. And you used to talk about it, and I used to feel that you miss that feeling that your mother is, you cannot just call her. and
Yes,
go.
I can just call her, and in fact, I mean, we are in very close contact. I mean, sometimes when they actually come, when my parents actually come, it feels like they've always been here because we talk every day, sometimes even more than once a day. So, you know, we are constantly updating each other. I know that she's going out to do some shopping just in case, so I know that she's out, you know.
You know her routine.
I would know her routine. I know when she's...
And she knows yours.
When she's working, or she knows when I have football with Julian and I need to drive him to training, you know. So although she's far away, we are still quite close. Obviously, it's not the same because many times it's like I sit on my sofa and I feel like, wow, you know, it would be nice to have a coffee with my mom, and I cannot do it, so...
You said you would know her routine, right?
Yes.
Let's see if she told you what she's doing today.
No.
Hello?
Hello!
Dzień dobry! Dik l-unika kelma li naf, dzień dobry, good morning.
Co ty, mamuś, robisz?
Paweł, to telewizję.
No, proszę, no i będę płakać teraz.
That's what she told her.
Oh,
in
she's
fact.
gonna cry.
That's what she told her.
Oh, honey. This is Nick's doing, huh? He
Okay.
coordinated it for us. Thank you.
Typical Nick.
I know. I mean, we've been planning.
Not
and
my
talking.
idea,
No,
though.
not my
Not my
idea. It was
idea.
mine.
Oh, I got emotional.
Mela, because I don't even know how to say your surname properly, so stay there.
Yvonne.
Mrs. Kowalska,
Kowalska, that's right.
how are you?
Okay.
Okay.
You see, we communicate.
She's okay.
There's somebody else to thank.
And there's
there.
somebody else as well. Bartek?
Bartek, yes.
Bartek, are you there?
Yes.
Shall we say hello to Bartek? Because I believe it was his birthday this week as well.
It was his
On
birthday on
Saturday, on
Saturday.
On Saturday, you see, he gave me all the inside information. I know everything that's going on. Ed namlu kollegament dirett mal-Polonja, mal-mama ta' Marta, għaddi taħlita qed tinħaraq mal-mama ta' Marta u maħuha illi
She's lost.
She's lost completely, we lost you. we lost
I
you.
am still like, you know, trying to...
L-iktar ħaġa dadda li konna najdu, because I managed to learn some words which I cannot say here. But then she managed to teach me Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry is good morning.
Good morning, exactly.
So whenever I used to meet someone Polish till today, all I know how to tell them is Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry, whether it's morning, whether it's afternoon.
Well, actually,
whether
we
it's
use it practically all day, Dzień
It's
dobry.
true.
So it's not like good morning, good afternoon. You know, it's only it's distinguished between morning and evening. That's it. I mean, afternoon doesn't exist.
As long as the sun is up, it's
It's
Dzień
Dzień
dobry.
dobry. Well, unfortunately, we lost contact, but at least we gave her the
she's
service.
there.
There she is. There she is. Honey.
Kocham cię,
Thank
mami.
you. Thank you.
Dziękuję.
Dziękuję. I think Bartek is in there. So
Bartek
we'll
probably wouldn't come on the camera.
Yeah, that's right.
She probably ran away. I tried.
Bartek is the
But I
type.
told
Thank
you.
you. So I will leave you. You can calm down.
Thank you.
And you can go. So Martin,
Oh,
thank
the
you so
makeup! I was going to say the makeup!
I know how far.
Oh, mamma mia.
Mela, jiena ħanersaq lejn in-naħa l-oħra biex nibdew nikkonkludu anke mal-ħbib tagħna Marta u Nick illi illum ġew jagħmlulna t-tisjira Pollakka, però iktar mill-tisjira sirna nafuhom ftit ukoll. Mela, you're ready?
Those are ready,
First
yes.
batch.
First batch.
Very quick they cook.
Very
Yes,
good.
yes, they
Few minutes, couple of minutes.
You know, until they come up, basically, in the boiling
Okay.
water.
But the pastry obviously made it very thin.
Yes,
you
I
were-
made it quite thin.
But with your hand, you don't have a machine or anything. You
No,
did it
no.
with-
I
with
mean,
the-
I
with
worked
the
it
rolling
out.
pin?
I made it. You know, worked it out with my hands, and then I rolled it with the roller, filled it in, closed them, and then the
So
water.
just the mixture was because you made me, you tempted people. I mean, they do need a
Very
lot of work, but
simple,
still,
just-
which
I
is
mean,
the
the
time
way
you were here, you did
you
it.
know what's
Getting the dough
the
right.
dough, exactly, getting the dough right, and that is the whole, you know, the difficult, not difficult, but the most consuming part. And
Maybe you
other
can
than that,
explain how the texture should be of
I
the
mean,
dough.
let's
because
take-
you know, it's not.
It's quite a bit
So
like
it's
Play-Doh.
you know, it's a bit of like.
I mean, it's flour and water.
It's flour and water, nothing else. I mean, it has to be
I
soft and
hardly
it has
ever
to
make
be.
pastry at home. I never
Well,
have-
to
I
be honest
never
with you,
have-
I
neither
no,
do I.
even me. I mean,
Listen,
I
we
do.
mentioned earlier Natalia, and we didn't mention Julian.
No, we didn't mention George.
The cheeky bugger, I call him, that's sweet
Yes,
face.
he
We
is
have
still-
some photos. Can we see them? And we see the photos because we have loads of photos. And we
Julian
didn't
is still
manage
the
to-
cheeky monkey.
Yes, because Marta has 2 kids. Honey, this is when he was
But
very
that
young.
was ages
Practically
ago.
newborn,
ago.
My babies, you know, they
Right.
are not my they're
your
not babies anymore.
They're still yours,
They
but
are
not your
mine,
babies
definitely. There
anymore.
is no.
There you go.
This is in
That's more
Poland
like
as
it.
well.
This is in
Yes.
Poland.
This is in
okay.
Poland.
Nice
yes.
memories.
Ein Tufeha.
Okay, I mean here you can
Yes.
see them growing. Yeah?
Yes,
one
they
by
are.
one.
Yes, but it's been now quite a moment.
It's been a while because obviously Natalia is now how old?
Natalia is 12 and a half.
And this is?
And this is my grandfather. This is my nonno.
Okay.
So their great grandfather. This is me and my uncle, my mom's brother.
They're almost like brother
We
and
are
sister.
more like
They're
brother
so
and
close.
sister, yes, because the age gap between us is less actually than between him and my mom.
Okay, so these are very, very special photos.
Oh,
this
that
is
is
you when you were young.
That is me when we
This
used
is
to
your
be.
mother sent it to you.
Yes, this is me when we
Yes.
were in Hungary. This is my Holy Communion, Jesus Christ.
Listen, why we're seeing this photo? and this photo. Why don't we see what Natalia looks like now?
Yes,
Or should we?
we can.
Should we look at your face when I tell you that they're online again?
You are.
Hello! Hello, cheeky monkey, there he is. Look at that sweet face that he has. Hello, Natalia.
Hello.
Your mom is getting all emotional. Look, she wasn't.
We must
all
say
red.
they had to be here physically,
Yes.
a surprise, but obviously Natalia's not well.
Yes, we were planning to hide them behind the door and actually take you to upstairs to check your mic and then hide them and then get them
That
in.
would be lovely, but they are still there, you know.
Were you watching?
Yes.
And what did you think of Mommy?
And Nana.
And Nana and Daddy?
Everyone look at me.
Everyone looked amazing, I think she said.
How she's grown. God
She
bless.
is grown. They are both grown. They are changing, you know. My mom used to tell me always, little children, little problems, big children, big problems. And now we are like entering a different stage of problems, you know.
Natalia, Julian, what do you know? Tell me something in Polish. Because you go very often, you speak to Nana and Nanno often. What can you tell me in Polish?
Kocham cię.
Cześć, kocham cię. He told you, hi, I love you. He watches you. He
No,
still
he
does.
still does.
And he
And do you like Polish food?
Yes.
I think you're waiting for these.
But I actually like what mom is making right now.
He said, I don't actually like what mommy is making right now.
Okay, why?
Because I don't like the pastry and everything is
Okay, but Natalia likes them, no? Okay. And what else do you like? Wait, if you had to choose, would you rather live in Malta or in Poland?
Poland.
Oh no.
Oh no, wrong question to ask!
But we know
You
that.
knew
We
that,
know
eh?
we
You
know
knew
that.
that.
We
Because
know
of their
that.
grandmas, maybe because of their family?
Many things, but you know what you think about that.
I always tell them, because they see Poland as
a holiday.
destination,
When
you
you
know,
live
so
there,
we
it's
do a lot
different.
of fun things while we are in Poland. They don't understand that once we would move there, our life would be as here.
Exactly.
Life, routine, work, school, this, that, you know.
Exactly.
So it's a bit different, but obviously the space-wise, yes.
Maybe you know they will decide to study in Poland one day.
Why not?
When they're
And they have the language.
Exactly.
We have to leave you, sweeties. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Lovely seeing you. Be good. It's been...
You gave me a big headache, I have to admit.
You see, that's what you tell me. I have a big headache. You see?
Listen, so you see, I
No,
only
the tension, I can feel the tension.
I only
serious at
peeled the
back of-
potatoes, but I had a lot more to do.
Yes, he only peeled them, but I tell you, he was
These are going to
an
go.
accomplice in a lot of work with us.
I can imagine.
It's been a real pleasure, guys. Thank you.
Same here,
Thank you.
always.
I know
Welcome.
it kind of takes you out of your comfort zone big time, but this is
Yes,
this
but
is
with
sweet.
you know,
Exactly.
it
It's
feels
like
like
we're
home. It
talking
feels
and-
like home.
Yes, one day we'll tell you, per eżempju, taf konna namlu, per eżempju, konna nkunu qed narmaw il-ħanut. You remember, we used to change the shelves every week.
Of course.
Every week we used to change the place
And
of the
remember,
shelves.
my mom used to laugh at us actually. So what are you going to change today?
Changing the shelves again.
And I enjoy, you know, coming in this environment. Reminds me
It's-
of my
it
past
reminds you
in the
of your
media, you
media
know.
past. Who knows, maybe
I
it
did
won't be a
radio
past.
more than
Maybe it will be
TV.
present as well.
Maybe as well.
Wish you both a lot of luck.
Thank
and
you very
I
much.
really, really appreciate
Thank
that
you.
you were with us.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very
You're
much.
such fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ħani konkludu, jek no gost, ovvjament, pero wasanna biex intemmu bħal-liġi li għatek tkunu tafu xaħat li ta' nazzjonalità, mux Maltija, jiexaw Malta għandu forsi xi familja u Malta, kelmuni għalli xina għat niprofa li ta' kull ġimma morru pajis differenti. Sissar nesċili, baqalna ġimati xfiet tkunu tafu xaħat kelmuni u napprezza immens. Jien ħanħallikom il-lejl tajjeb, narawkom għada ħbib, grazzi.